Well, hey everybody. I'm up here in Capitol Forest on Mima Falls Trail. Pretty nice area. Been a nice hike. It's only a couple miles in from the trailhead. Nice little day use area. Tried to do a lot of filming earlier, but there's a lot of traffic up in this trail. People everywhere. This trail is open for mountain biking, hiking, and horseback, which is actually pretty nice. They got these little stops for the horses, so you can easily get on and off your horse. The trails around here go pretty good distances around. So this one's only 2 miles in from the trailhead here, up and around and down to where I am here, a little picnic area. Nice little table. I sat down, drank a beer, enjoyed a little peace and quiet here in between people coming by. Go down here and give you a little bit of a shot of the falls. It's not a super thing. Still pretty cool. Bit of a jungle out here, but not too bad. Elevation's 340 feet. Mid-70s, I'd say. A little cooler in the shade, of course. See, the caps are almost ripe, ready to eat. Haven't seen too many berries that were ready to eat yet. These guys are almost ripe. Not quite. Ferns are pretty impressive. They get pretty big out here. I wish I could grow them this big at my home, but I can't. I live out on the prairie. They don't like it near as much as they do up here in the trees. The salal and the Oregon grape do pretty good up here. See some berries, obviously not ripe either. They turn a dark blue black when they're ripe. They're edible. They don't taste great, but they're edible. Trail itself is pretty well maintained. I mean, obviously mountain bikes and horseback and a lot of hikers. Keeps the trail pretty good. I think next time I come out here, I'll probably be on a mountain bike. Explore a little further. Definitely got to watch your step because of the horses. Just beautiful. Been a great hike. Like I said, I didn't film hiking in because I was constantly around people on the way in. Found a gap and hike out, and I'll show you a little bit of trail. This is kind of unfarmed forest. This whole area is farmland. They do farm trees. But these trees, if you can tell, they're getting close to ready. I think they like them a little bit bigger for good lumber. I can hear more people coming, so I'll probably have to shut the camera off. Here in Washington State, it's illegal to record anybody without their permission. Vine maple seems to do really good. Enjoying itself. It's everywhere. And the little flowers always seem to find a way, find a place. Up here we have some Devil's Club. You can always identify these guys. You definitely don't want to mess with them. You got these really big leaves. But you can identify them. They have thorns from the very base all the way up, and then even the leaf, I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but even the leaf has thorns top and bottom. And they're nasty. They're the kind of thorn that'll go in and just keeps going in. The more you chase it, the bigger hole you make. But they're quite common out here. Definitely watch for them. The only other really thing you have to watch for is blackberries. They don't hurt you near as much. On this trail I have not noticed many stinging nettles, which really doesn't matter with the trail being so wide. There are huckleberries. I don't know if the camera's going to pick them up. They're just a little red berry. The ripe ones taste really good. These aren't quite ripe yet. A little bitter still. Bugs are pretty bad. As soon as I stopped back at that picnic table, I had to get my bug spray out and hose myself down pretty good to keep from getting eaten alive. Alright, we got people coming. I'll shut you off for now. Come back once I'm in the clear. A lot of little creeks, streams. Luckily there's some nice bridges also they got built up here. Imagine they did this with trucks at some point. Those are some big steel beams they used to build that bridge. The trails up here go all over. Capitol Forest is just covered in trails. Everything from like this one's only mountain bikes, hikers, and horses. There's other ones that are just for motorcycles, quad runners, and stuff like that. But you can still hike them all. It's just, you know, hiking a motorcycle trail, it doesn't seem the sanest thing in the world. You don't hear them sometimes, and next thing you know, that bike's right on you. There's a devil's club right there with its berries. I don't know much about the devil's club itself. I've always been told just stay away from the thing. There's good looking berries on there. Here's one flowered. No berries on it yet. But you can definitely tell with all the spines everywhere. Huckleberries are very common out here. Very good eating. If it was huckleberry season, I'd probably have my cup out and be filling it. Like I said, they're just not quite ripe yet. I'll come back in a couple weeks. This here's one of the trail intersections. Loops from the trail I'm on to a couple others. You can get a shot of the sign here. Yeah, Margaret McKinney Camp and Mima Falls Tie-In. It's about a 6-mile hike over to Margaret McKinney. Not too bad. The Mima Falls Tie is just to connect you to the Margaret McKinney Trail. But I'm on the Mima Falls. It's about, I don't know, 1 3/4 miles still to the trailhead, to the truck. Not bad. A few switchbacks up and over a couple hills. Nothing too serious. Being 75 degrees or so, it does make you sweat a little bit. I have a fully loaded pack also. Kind of training myself to always carry a fully loaded pack. It is a little lighter. I did drink a beer while I was sitting at the picnic table. I was going to have lunch, but didn't really feel like eating. Most of the trail's the same. At least in here where there's trees. And a couple areas you cross through where they've actually farmed. I think it was about 8 years ago. So the trees are only, 12, 15 feet tall. Unlike, some of these monsters. There's some big fir trees. Of course, these are protected areas, so they probably never cut these down. This one here, probably can't tell, but it's 6-7 feet across here at the base. Pretty tall. An old one. There's bigger. Not too many in this forest that big. Like I said, this is farmland. I'll come back to you when I get up to one of the areas that have been logged recently and show you some of that. Well, here we're just about to break through from the woods to a farmed area. I don't have to go far, just across it to that other tree line, which is a good thing because it's pretty hot out here. And this last section I just walked was pretty good uphill. So excuse the little heavy breathing you might hear. And when they farm these areas, they clear out a pretty good amount and then they replant. You think about all this destruction they do when they're actually harvesting the trees. And, yeah, the forest, it comes right back. Some blackberries down there, just not ripe yet. Lots of Oregon grape that's not ripe. Still pretty nice trail. Does go up and down a little bit, but not severely, which is kind of nice because I'm a little bit out of shape. Still passing people like crazy, mountain bikes and hikers. Have not seen any horses today. Doesn't mean I won't. I still got a mile and a half to get out of here. Beautiful. Might be a little hot out here, but well worth it. See a lot of these little offshoot trails. Some of them are marked do not go on, but not all of them. Nice little pond out here. Duck out there making all kinds of noise. Don't know what he's complaining about, but he's making lots of noise. Lots of little swamp ponds all over in this forest. Basically any low spot's got water. And it's nice they build these really nice bridges. I mean, I guess they have to be nice to be able to hold horses going across them. A little tiny trickle of water running down through here, not a whole lot. Still nice, still enjoyable. I think I'm about a quarter to a half mile from the trailhead. Just coming through this section now. The trees are pretty young. 6 to 8 inches around the base. Decent age. 10 years, 12 years. Since all the trees grow at a little different speed. You can always tell the younger forests. The maples are just about as tall as the firs. What they farm around here is fir tree. A lot of times when they're cutting and clear cutting, they'll take out the maples and just drop them. They go to seed and grow back real good and real quick. Been a really nice hike. Beautiful trail. Like I said, a little up and down, but not severe. It's rated as moderate, which, considering, you know, up and back's 4 miles, that's pretty moderate, especially for an open trail like this. Should have come when it was a little cooler, but I'm still enjoying it. I think I'm gonna end this right in here, and I'll upload it as soon as I get a chance and share with you guys a little bit of fun I had. Definitely enjoying it. Thanks for watching.